Today I have an incredibly exciting video for you, and I'd like to ask you to stay tuned until the end because this could fundamentally change your trading life. For me, ever since I started using this, a lot has definitely changed. Today we're talking about level 2 data. Large institutional and truly professional traders don't just use the chart to look for order blocks, price action, and similar things. No, they also use level 2 data because it gives you deep insight into the market, and today I'll share a free website with you where you can get this insight as well. But what advantages does this actually bring? You can see where really big players have positioned themselves in the market, where you might think the price will never go there again, but there are new accumulations of long positions or spot purchases happening there for a reason. And these are often prices where retail traders think will never go there again. But this very insight into the data shows us that the possibility exists. And if huge positions have accumulated there, it might not be a bad idea for you to do the same. And now I'll show you all of this in detail. Before we get started, I'd be really happy if you subscribe to the channel. I really make a ton of tutorials. As a small example, here's one. 100% passive income on autopilot with proof. I've been doing this for over a year now as a passive side income. I show you how you can set this up for yourself as well. You can easily copy this completely for free. Not only that, the last video also works every time. The simplest trading strategy, which you might not have used yet, but which works extremely well, is also very popular with the community. In addition, I also have a Telegram group, of course. The link is in the video description. There we also have in-depth discussions about trading bots, share results, and you can ask questions as well. Alright, let's move on now. You're probably already familiar with level 2 data. That includes, among other things, the liquidation heat map. And with Ethereum, as a small example, on the 2-week chart, it lights up incredibly. We have about 35 billion here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. When you add it all up, that's what's lying here. Everyone knows this, it's shown often. We also have the liquidation map, so you can see exactly where the liquidation volume spikes are. But liquidations alone can of course provide some information, but they don't have to about where the price might make a reversal or not. For this reason, today I'm going to show you a bit deeper insight where we can see data on where large market participants have positioned themselves. And as a small example, let's talk about this. Where are the futures trades located? With what positions are they going long and short there? How can you read this out in detail? Not only that, we can see here, this is also on CoinGlass. Later on, I'll show you exactly where you can find all of this on CoinGlass because many people don't use any of it. The liquidity and order book heat map, as a small example, and I want to do this now before we really dive into the details and I show you another page. Right now at $3,502 for Ethereum, there are about 36,000 Ethereum waiting for a long position. At the moment, you might think, hey, we're not going back there anymore. But despite that, I want to show you a small example from the past. This was a live stream I did at the beginning of March. There I showed that at around $1,500, there were about 45,000 Ethereum waiting for a long position. Where was that at the beginning of March? That was exactly in this price range when we were still above $2,000. Then I recorded another video in mid-March and another one at the end of March. And as you can see as well in the mid-March live stream, you can see that the accumulation here gradually increased and went up to almost $1,600. And at the end of March, I think the picture speaks for itself. Here at $1,600 to $1,600, there were already tens of thousands of Ethereum. But it actually went even further down to $1,500 and even below $1,500. And what happened? We went down to around $1,400 with Ethereum. That's what I mean. If you have the insight into where large market participants are positioning themselves, like in this case with the liquidity order book heat map. And we can see here now that on perpetual, meaning the futures, there are huge positions at $3,500. And if you start checking in daily to see if more is being accumulated there, then you might consider, hey, is this perhaps a good point for me to make spot repurchases or to open new long positions here? And please don't get me wrong here. It's not a guarantee that we'll go there, but it would be a wonderful opportunity if we actually drop that far to use the information about what the big players are actually doing in the market. And again, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not bearish now in saying that we're definitely going down to $3,500. No, it's simply an additional piece of information that you can use for yourself. But for me, $3,500 would be the opportunity to scale my current position a bit more. Where do you find the liquidity and order book heat map? You go here to data, and then right here you have liquidity order book heat map, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I want to show you that as well. You also have the option here to simply switch between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can view all of this for Bitcoin as well. We can see here that we now have several clusters above us at 115 to 116,000. You might want a clearer view. You can adjust the leverage up here because then you'll actually only see the really large orders and you can get a better sense of where the next bigger orders are currently located. But it's important to note that this changes daily, it changes hourly, depending on where new orders come in. And that's why it's important to always keep an eye on this continuously. You can do the same thing in the spot market. Here you can switch between the perpetual, meaning the futures trades, and the spot market, and then you can also see where larger players are currently positioned, where they're planning their next buys or sells. For example, we can see that at just under 120,000, there's another cluster. And as we go higher, we also see that at 126,000, there's a bit more accumulation. But for me personally, the perpetual area is by far the most interesting because that's where you can see where the leverage positions are, and that's super interesting. Then we also have the whale orders and large trades, and that's probably the ultimate game changer. What would that look like for you? So I also go in here under data. Here in the order book, you have the whale orders, and if you click up here, you'll enter this price range. But for you, it won't look like this at first, because when you go in there, you'll be in the spot area, and that's what you'll see. In the spot area here, you can simply see, if you move your mouse over this price range here, you'll always see in this window exactly where the price is. For example, you can see now that there are sell orders at $120,200 with 13.72 Bitcoins that want to be sold in the spot area. Then at 120,000, we have another 68 Bitcoins. If we go down at $119,500, there are another 10. And this way you can always look for the big clusters where major players are selling, but also where people like us are buying. And that's of course very, very interesting, especially if you zoom out a bit. Where might we have huge clusters? And in fact, people have also positioned themselves here at $200,000, saying they simply want to sell 80 Bitcoins here. That doesn't mean it will be filled, but it simply gives you a visual insight into what's currently happening in the order book. But what's really interesting, of course, is when we do this in the futures market, because if I activate the futures section and turn off the spot here, then it's super interesting to see what's going on. And that's where you have all the leverage positions. I'll also show you how you can analyze these individual areas part by part, because right now above us, there's a larger cluster of sell orders. At 115,303, there are 20 Bitcoins. At 115,428, what was it? There are 339, and it just keeps going like that. You always have a price range accumulated together when you move your mouse over here, and at 116,000 there are another 300 Bitcoins, all as short positions. And below that, of course, you also have the clusters with the long positions. And in some price ranges, there are simply very large clusters that you might be able to use for yourself to see exactly what other market participants are doing here and where the next big new positions are being opened. And you can really do this with several coins here, for example, Solana. Now let's take a look at Ethereum together. We're going to Ethereum. I would always use the Binance chart. And what do I want to show you here? Here, for example, in a price range from around $3,800 to $3,100, we have a new large cluster when it comes to short positions. But if we now look at this with the liquidation heat map here on CoinGlass, you can go into CoinGlass and under derivatives, you can pull up the liquidation heat map and then you'll see exactly this here. And we can see here that large market participants, as I just showed, are actually positioning themselves exactly where a large portion is being liquidated. And they want to open new short positions here. But what's important is, if the price goes up there, and in my opinion, sooner or later it will, because there are about 30 billion lying here, if I've added it up correctly. And then it's also important that we continue to monitor this order block. Because what could happen so that these orders are simply taken out? The market was handed over here, and you might think, hey, now you've seen where we have our orders, and you all think we're going short, so you go short here too. No, we take out our large shorts here and let the market continue to rise. These are the kinds of games that market participants play. These are spoofing orders. We recently talked about this in the Telegram group. It's officially not allowed, but it's almost impossible to prove why orders placed here are withdrawn just before execution. As a market participant, you can always change your mind. To wrap up, let's look at the whale order analysis and you'll get more insights beyond what I've shown you so far. You can actually go in here and say, okay, of these orders above and below us, how many have already been filled in the past and how many are still open? To do this, you click on whale order analysis, and as a small example, we'll take this price range here up to here. And now I want to know, for example, how much is currently waiting in the short-term time frame from 2,750 to, let's say, 2,650, so that we have this $1,000 range here. And then in this window, you have a new way to read this information. You have it once in spot orders. What do we see here? Here we see the difference in the filled orders. We can see how much has been bought and how much has already been sold. What exactly is an order difference, and how many buy orders and how many sell orders are currently still open? And that's of course very, very interesting, because especially in the perpetuals area, we see here that we have a difference of $13.2 million in a price range from 3,750 to 3,649. And so far, 17 million long orders have been filled, but 30 million short orders have been filled. That means at the moment we have more selling pressure than buying pressure. And if we look further here, we see that there are now 105 million long orders waiting below us in this price range and 119 million sell orders above us. And now, of course, you can decide for yourself. As we can see here, we've only marked this small price range, which really isn't much higher. That means about $20 above us, we still have selling pressure of 119 million $, but below us, there are 105 million waiting to be filled. The problem we have is that these 105 million, which are still waiting to be filled, are spread over a wider range than the sell orders above us. There's no guarantee that it will go short here. We can get new selling pressure at any time. You can see that very clearly live right now, for example. You can see that very well here. That's why I say you should always watch this live, because we've just had an incredible number of new buy orders come in, and they're only about 20 seconds old. You can see it here now in the order duration that in the last 25 seconds, new orders worth 1.477 million have come in. And these are exactly those areas. Let's see what else we have here. Another 780,000. These are the fresh orders that are currently causing the market to pump. That's why you can't always rely on it 100%, but with larger clusters where these appear, you can generally expect a short reversal unless, like in this case, the long orders increase massively. And these long orders, and that's what I wanted to say, can also be withdrawn again, just as has happened now. You can see here, earlier there were some, but now they've been withdrawn again. That means someone here with larger positions at 3,720s and 3,718s in Ethereum simply took a quick profit up to $3,770 and then closed out those positions again. And it's also super interesting to see how this can fluctuate live. A really interesting tool. I highly recommend that you use this for yourself. You can use it for all kinds of different coins. You can simply enter it up here and get a great overview of what's happening right now. And now we'll move on to a third tool, which is the CoinGlass Legend. Here you can see another chart with liquidation zones, and you also see a liquidity heat map, meaning you can see where large orders are placed. In this price range, you can see Ethereum is currently pumping. Let's take a look at what's happening here in the area around $3,800. It looks like it's about to reach that level. Let's see if a reversal happens here. We can also see another cluster here. What's super interesting about this? Before I explain that to you, let me show you where you can find it. When you're on Hyperliquid, you'll see the legend here. You just click up here. It's important to note that you only get access to the legend if you've actually registered and logged in. But that's free as well. Once you've done that, you'll have the option to access the legend here. The chart won't look like this at first. Here under indicators, you have the option to add various indicators, and you can also include a few others that you find interesting. Let me show you what I have set up. That means under indicator settings, I have the Hyperliquid liquidation map, large trades, the liquidity heat map, and order book liquidity. Let's get started with what we're going to look at here. I'll remove the liquidity heat map for now, and we'll start with the liquidation heat map. So here we have, maybe we'll see it now if I refresh it again. For example here, because I already have it open in the background, there was a liquidation here, and if I move my mouse over it now, you can see that at $3,733 for Ethereum, there was a liquidation. And if you want to know how large this Hyperliquid liquidation is, you can see that again at the top in the indicator description. And there it says the liquidation price for $3,733 was for a position size of 65,000 Ethereum with a 15 times leverage long. I'm going to refresh the page briefly now, then this area here should disappear. We'll see that in a moment. We'll clear everything else out again here. Exactly. And there where the liquidation of that one order was earlier, which was located here, you can see, okay, the liquidation has now disappeared. And of course, it's interesting to see where the next big liquidations are. And I had already observed this earlier. We already had a liquidation in this area, then the price dropped a bit and the same market participant had opened another large position further up, again with 15 times leverage. And apparently, I'm assuming it's the same market participant, has now been liquidated again. And that's exactly what's super interesting to see. Where are the next liquidation clusters? Of course, what's always important here is to regularly update the chart so I can see where we actually have larger liquidations. How large are the positions? For example, here we have a large position of nearly 70,000 Ethereum at 5,185. That means someone is definitely positioned short here, and you can read that from this. But if we hide this here and go into the CoinGlass liquidity heat map, then we have something similar to what I showed you earlier with the order book liquidity heat map. Now here you have it combined with the liquidations if you want, but also where large orders are located based on these spikes on the right. And I think that's also interesting to see. Here again, you have the option to adjust this based on the size of the orders. How much do you want to see? What actually interests you? And where is the next cluster? And as you can see here, right where this large cluster is at around $3,800, we actually have, for Hyperliquid, I'm not sure exactly how large this amount is, but in the end, there were a few thousand Ethereum positions short here. Let's see whether these will be triggered or not. But as these fill up more and more, you can see here new ones are coming in, and that would now suggest with some probability that we might move downward. Of course, the question now is whether we should update this again for those orders that have just been filled. That's what's really exciting to watch here. Do we have new liquidations above that? Yes, exactly. You can see here, for example, at $3,849, we have the next liquidations, such as for 7,360 Ethereum. Below that, there's another one at 3,827 for 4,770 Ethereum. That means these orders I just showed you from the heat map, the ones that have come in here now, this cluster, will probably have their liquidation somewhere in this price range. And you can also see how the market is actually starting to react now because of this cluster of short orders here. The only question is, how long will it react? Will it actually be sold off downward or will it continue upward? And if we look in here now, I think we even still have some room here. No, we're not there yet. But you can always look at this together with the liquidation map, with the liquidation heat map to see if there were any liquidations here. Yes, and those were just picked up now on a 3-day basis. And I think that really speaks for itself how valid such spikes can be, right? Of course, it can be very short term, but that a market movement can come in here. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. What you also have here are large trades. You have these market orders here, more or less, and you can look in here to see, okay, how big were these individual trades that we had? There was a long order here, another long order here, no short orders here, but right here, while this candle was pumping, you can see in great detail that an incredible number of long orders came in, which pushed the price up. And I think it can be very interesting to use all of this live as well. When you see such order placements, maybe you can join in for a bit, but of course you should also watch the heat map to see where this pump might end. At least for now. And where did we have this cluster? I think we're actually dropping a bit further, yes. So these orders that have been coming in here, one after another, you can watch this live, are probably pushing the price down a bit right now. But don't forget, some of these are large orders. They're already happy if they can take something from 3,800 down to 3,785, depending on how highly leveraged they are. In this case, I think I see 25x leverage. Yes, that should be it. So people are already taking some profits here and that's it. We have large positions here, 500 Ethereum, 1,000 Ethereum that are being traded long and short. And of course, you can make quite a bit of profit in a short amount of time that way. And that was now the third tool from CoinGlass, the Legend. A super interesting tool for live level 2 data, so you can use it for that. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel, especially if you left a like on this video, maybe a comment, and shared it with someone who might be interested. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.